The single mother syndrome. The single mother syndrome goes like this. A group of women, either women that are in higher levels of influence, maybe lawyers, doctors, and they're normally hanging around other friends of theirs. You always hear things like, oh girl, we don't need any man. And most of the time these women, they normally have, kids. They have 1 or 2 or 3 and sometimes even 4. And because they've been given power. My grandfather always said, you do not give women power. You don't give them money. The ancient, they inscripted this in some of the schools. They say you do not give women money. They say money destroys women. Once you give a woman money, you give her a good job, she doesn't want a man. Despite she wants a man, but she doesn't know how to cope. If you give a woman 10 million, he wants a man with 20 million. If you give a man 10 million, he will take care of a woman with 0 money. This is the nature. The ancient always knew this. And this is why, they always said you keep women. It's not like you keep them in the back, but you kept them in the kitchen. You kept them in some certain places. They had their place in society because they knew, the ancient, I remember my grandfather always saying something like that. The man was closer to God, then the child was in the middle, and then the woman was closer to the devil. And this was very, very accurate. If you look at even Adam, who tempted Eve? Adam was tempted by Eve. If you look at every single thing, most of the men that are in jail, 95% of them, they're there because of a woman. Most of the women that are in jail, they're there because of other women. You can look at all the statistics. So the single mother syndrome always said, these women, when they hang around each other, sometimes they're saying, oh, I don't need a man. I don't need a man, I don't need a man. But at night, they crave for men. So what happens, because they say this so loud, the men, they hear them. So these men always just come, crawl in when the kids are asleep. They come, sleep with them, and in the morning, they're gone. And this causes these women a lot of emotional distress, but they do not know how much they attract and draw these kinds of things to themselves, because this is the kind of thing they're putting out there. But deeply within their soul, every woman needs a man. They want a man, but because they've been given money, the money has gone through their head, so they start feeling they do not need men. And this causes a lot of emotional distress, not only on the women, but also on the kids. But it's very, very important. As a woman, if you're needing a man, stop fooling yourself or stop telling your friends. So what I always give, the advice I always give to these women is that if they're all together, I always tell them, one advice, you all have to separate. You need to stop seeing each other. It seems like the concept. You see a bunch of fat women or whatever, they're always like, oh girl, we're skinny. But no. The only way you can fix that problem is take these fat women and separate them away from each other, because this is the only way they can fix this problem. Because as long as they're together, they eat and eat and eat, and they lie to each other and say, oh yeah, we're just heavy bonded. It's the same concept, with the whole single mother syndrome. So it's very important, we understand this.